Hi all, I wanted to make a quick video on Bata India. Yesterday I had made a video on long-term analysis, 52-week high and low trend shift kind of analysis. Based on that video, where I was making that video, somewhere around that time I was surfing through a couple of stocks and India has caught my attention, so I thought I'll share it with everyone. All right. Before I begin, I would like to mention that this is an educational channel. All content over here is for the sake of education. Kindly read the disclaimer that you see on the screen and in the description below. With that said, let's proceed. So let's go to Bata India. We'll use the same indicators as used in the video made yesterday. And with that, what we see is this kind of appears for Bata India. We see that the adaptive wave trend is showing a downtrend. All right, first let's look at the negatives. I think one could say that on a monthly basis, let's not go to monthly, let's stay on weekly. Problem is, I mean, this is not a head and shoulder, but I would want to think like a grand head and shoulder in play over here. So if I look at the negatives, I think the first negative that I can see is I can consider this whole thing one shoulder, then the head over here, and this as a next shoulder. And this red dotted line you see at the bottom is the 52-week low, and the green dotted line on top is the 52-week high. So this red line at the bottom currently I would say is the shoulder. If it breaks, then it can fall lower. Currently it's at 1366. It can go down to about 1100 levels is what I would say. The chances of that happening according to me are quite less, maybe 20%, 25%. I think the stock will revive from here, but we can't rule out that the stock can go down as well. All right, and if at all it goes down, the level that my graph is showing me is about 1095 or 1094. I don't think the stock will go below that. I think about 1095 is the least it will come to, or you can round it off and say 1100 rupees. And currently it's at 1366. All right. Now that we have got that bad part out of the way, let's look at the good things about the stock. All right. So we are currently looking at 52-week high and low with the indicators mentioned over here. You can pause the video and see the indicators. You can also see my yesterday's video where I've explained all the indicators in details. All right. So we look at a downtrend happening. Now that the stock is currently lower than its pre-pandemic high. Its pre-pandemic high is 1896 approximately, and currently it's about 500 rupee lower than its pre-pandemic high. Post-pandemic, when it went to a rally, it went as high as 2270, and currently it's way lower than that price, about 80-85% lower than the all-time high. All right. Now when you look at the weekly chart, it looks like a downturn, kind of a trend. When you switch from weekly to daily, you see that it's kind of trying to break out of this. We can see early signs of it trying to break out of this trend, and it's trying to climb about this 50 EMA. All right, when we come to 4 hours, the trend shifts from downtrend to uptrend. 3 hours, we see an uptrend. In lower time frames, an uptrend is visible. So on 2 hours also, it shows a kind of an uptrend. In 2 hours, it's gone above the 50 and it's trying to hold its own about 200 EMA. On 1 hour time frame, it's above 50 and 200 EMA. Then let's go on half an hour time frame. It currently looks as if it's in an uptrend. Then 15 minutes time frame. 15 minutes time frame, we should not judge. The lowest we should go is about half an hour, because 15 minutes, then it becomes more of an intraday play. All right. So on lower time frame, this looks like a chart that is trying to revive and go up. Looks like a bottom is formed and wants to go up from here. Can it go down? Of course it can go down. Election results are about 2 weeks away from when I'm making this video. If anything happens and the market is upset about the outcomes, then of course the whole index will go down, and this is no exception, and this may also go down. And I've already mentioned it can go down to 1100 levels in the worst case scenario according to me. But the good part is how much can it go up. So now let's go revert back to the weekly analysis, and before we look at how much this stock can climb, let's quickly look at Bata India on screener as well. So I'll again do this. I'll click Bata India and the stock comes up. Then I'll do the max over here. I don't want to see the max stock price. I want to see the max PE it has ever gone to. It's gone up to about 250 PE. Currently the PE of the stock is about 60.7, which is high. But then again, this entire industry, if you see, it works on these kind of PEs. Metro Brands 95, Relaxo Footwear 103, Bata is 60, Campus is 100. I don't know, I've never heard of this Mayur. Khadim is 66, and Mirza International is at 48. So only Mirza currently is below Bata, else Bata is the second lowest from top. Earnings per share is 20.58. Price to book is 12.52. Market cap is given over here. Promoter holding is decent, 50%. Nothing is pledged. FII holding is highest in amongst its peers. DII holding is highest amongst its peers. Public holding is decent. Debt on book is 0.90. I would say it's not too bad. Return on ROC 10 years is 22.67. It's okay. The remaining parameters look okay to me. Quarterly results, again, nothing to be very upset about. Year-on-year results, it is climbing. In 2011, it was 1549, and currently, last year March, it was 3452, and currently it's trailing at 3459. So nothing bad. It had one bad year, which was 2021. Of course, that could be because of COVID, but that discounted, it's getting its mojo back, and it's coming back to its previous form. Let's look at the holding. Promoter is a solid 50%. It's gone down 2% from June 2021, but it's still above 50%. All right. FIs, you see, in June 2021 was 5.23. It's currently gone up to 8.24. So FIs are buying into the stock, I think. DIIs are solid and steady at 28.31%. Public holding has gone down a little bit. In June 2021, it was 14.51. Currently, it's at 13.28. So all in all, when you round off and compare it to its peers, it doesn't look very bad. All right. Now, what can happen in my view is from here, even if you take the midpoint between the 52-week high and low, then it is this line over here, which is about 1532, which is approximately about 1366, 1466, 1566, approximately about 150 rupees away from its current price. And I think this 150 rupees, which 180 rupees, which will amount to about 10-15% return, I think this it can do within a span of 6 to 8 months. I think so. All right. How long will it take to go back to its current 52-week high? That is 1771, maybe a year, year and a half. And I think the stock has got the potential to probably even double in the next 2 years from here. All right. I think it has got the capability of doing so. As you see at the bottom also, the reds are now rounding off and probably it's heading towards a uptrend from where it is currently. So the rounding off has happened, and maybe like you see over here, rounding off has happened. So maybe it's heading up from here. On the weekly chart, it may soon turn around. On daily, 4 hourly, 3 hourly, 2 hourly, it's already turned. Maybe on the weekly also it'll turn in the next 10-15 days, or maybe in the next 3 to 4 weeks it's going to turn. And from there, probably if the election results also are decent and nothing is going to upset the stock, I think the stock has got potential to go up from here. So how much can it go down from here? Worst case scenario, maybe 1100, 1095. Good scenario, maybe in the next 6 months itself will climb to about 1532 levels, which will be in 3 to 6 months. It's got the potential to do that within the next 3 to 6 months. So that will be a 10-15% return. and I think it can go to 1700 levels from here in the next year, year and a half, and it's got the potential to double in probably the next 2.5 years, in my view. All right. So I would suggest we keep the stock in our watch list and monitor it from here on and see how things go. It would be good if somebody in the group monitors it. I tend to forget things. But if someone else also takes that up and monitors Bata India from here on and sees how the progress is, whether it's going down or going up, that will be great. So on the whole, I just wanted to tell you guys that this is one chart that has caught my attention. If there's something else also that catches my attention, I shall let you know. There are a couple of stocks that I want to review because I've reviewed them 6-7 months back. I will probably try and look at them again. So for now, Bata had caught my attention, so I made this video. All right. So thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel if this video was helpful to you in any form. Please also leave a nice comment in the comment section. Share the video with your family and friends, and also subscribe to our free Telegram channel. The link is given in the description in all our videos. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in another video. Take care. Bye-bye.